Welcome everyone to the 5th episode of the DAGG Podcast. Today, I am joined with one of my best friends, my future best man in my wedding. I am with Mr. Linkachu himself. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Linkachu. Long since posting content creator, but still a diehard everyday Nintendo super fan. If I don't know if anything gives that away. I'm excited to be here and talk about some video games because I like those things.
And we have a lot of topics to cover. Starting with we're going to talk about the Super Mario Galaxy movie that we just got the 8-minute direct yesterday. As of the day of recording, the new Hyrule Warriors game, the game keycards, especially with what's happening with Pokemon Pokopia, where we're getting first-party games having game keycards, and so much more. So let's start with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What are your thoughts on the direct?
I gave the direct to watch this nice little 7-minute direct. It makes me sad because it's been in my head a lot. Like, Miyamoto is old, man, and I feel like every time we see him in a direct, it's starting to show a little bit. He is still full of energy, but he's an old man now. He's getting up there, and there's a quote of him talking about he's gonna leave. When he leaves Nintendo, he hopes to still be a Mario super fan by the time he's 80, which is crazy.
How old is Miyamoto? Is he 70 now?
I think he's 60.
60?
I think he's 60. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not a Rocky old yet, but he's up there. Maybe he is 70. That might be a quick Google search. But I was super excited because I actually really, I work in movies. Yeah. I critique movies. I'm more in the commercial. I'm not making feature-length films or anything like that, or I'm not really on sets as much these days, but in a way, I comment with a very aggressive mindset sometimes. Mm-hmm. But I really thoroughly enjoyed the Super Mario movie. I think it was a really beautiful homage and love letter to the series. This is taking the notch up 10 dials. You were taking the first Mario movie took elements from the whole series, but it was in tiny doses and really just focused on a simple Mario storyline. Kind of more felt like it was in the Wii U era. The new
Super Mario Bros. Games mixed with the Mario 1 and 3.
Super Mario World. Yeah, but it also incorporated a lot of retro Mario. So it felt like very safe Mario. Yeah. Now we're going to Galaxy, which if you know anything about Nintendo fans, Galaxy is a lot of people's baby. It is Galaxy fans keep thinking there's going to be Galaxy 3 next week, which is crazy. There's not going to be Galaxy 3 next week.
It's not like I made a video about it just a few months ago, right?
but there'll be Mario Sunshine too. We introduced the trailer introduces Bowser Jr. and Rosalina. Rosalina is a really fan loved character, which is super exciting.
I'm just happy it's not Aquafina, man. For some reason, that rumor started going around that Aquafina was going to voice Rosalina. I think it was
really?
IGN who spread it. I don't know.
I totally went over me. She might still be in the movie, but those fake castings. Miyamoto's 72 years old, by the way. 72. So he's almost 80. 8 years he'll be 80. But he's got to be leaving Nintendo in the next 5 years. There's no way this bro's gonna be 80 and working at Nintendo. I think he'll always be a part of it, but I think he's got one foot out the door already. It's felt like that for a little while.
Probably. Yeah.
But not to sidetrack back to Miyamoto. I think I'm really excited. I always have to. It's a sequel, right? There's bad sequelitis. It'll be 3 years since the last one by the time this film comes out. And that's a really tight turnaround for an animation film. I don't know if there's any Sony's Spider-Man fans. That's a great, they can't do that. Yeah, that's obviously, quite a different
it's Illumination. Project, they can pump out sequels pretty fast.
I guess they put out, a Despicable Me movie every Thursday, so, they're staying up with it. I do think, I think that's my only, real big fear is just, how fast that turnaround's gonna be. I think there might be a little bit of negativity.
But
I mean, we see a minute trailer, like it's so hard to tell. But you know, I think like the first movie was very concise because it was very simple. Now we're gonna deal with like more complex things. Like
I mean, we have Galaxy, we have Sunshine, we have Odyssey.
Sunshine with Bowser Jr. I was like, yeah. Sunshine, Odyssey. Like you see, like that's what I mean. Like it's kind of getting to like, you know,
ambitious,
cross-dimensional levels of a movie, which is like now it's complex. And so I'm excited to see how they handle it. I don't know how well they will do. I'm hoping good. I mean, I want to see them succeed more than anything.
I believe this movie is going to break the last movie's record. Easily.
Yeah, I think the first one did really well. I mean, it's Mario, right? Like if Nintendo's got their fingers on an IP that's just as big, Mario's almost as big of a household name as Pikachu. Like he's up there. There ain't a lot of people who don't know Mario.
Exactly.
It's like the Metal Gear Brawl quote goes, "It's Mario. You don't know who that is, Snake."
Mr. Video Game himself, seen in the Punch-Out arena. My only real fear is that I think they're going too far with this movie. And I know they are planning on doing a third one, like do the Super Mario trilogy. What's
like next? You think like they're gonna, like you think they're jumping too far ahead?
Yeah, like, this is a conversation I had with Litz on episode 2 of this podcast. But yeah, I think it's a way bigger leap than what I was expecting. I was expecting the second movie to be the Super Mario World movie, right? And then go to Galaxy. So we have the Super Mario movie, then World, then Galaxy. But right now we're going straight to Galaxy. For the third movie, are you coming back? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like where? Yeah, it's like where do you go next? Like, you know, like you've already incorporated like Mario Kart. What the third one's gonna be like Challengers, but Mario Tennis, like
Mario Golf.
Where do you go?
Mario Golf. The Mario Golf movie.
It'll be Mario and Luigi fighting over Peach, voiced by Zendaya. That'll be the film.
What if Daisy is voiced by Zendaya?
Oh, we haven't seen Daisy.
That's
a crazy one too. There's a lot of there is a lot of characters they gotta introduce, but like that's not like the storylines, right? I think like the first film was so umbrella storytelling of like Mario in general. And Mario's not like
it's not very complex. Yeah.
I mean, you could do a Paper Mario movie.
You could do a Paper Mario movie. You can do a Wario Land movie.
Yeah, you could introduce it to Wario. That'd be cool. WarioWare, you know, you can go. I don't think they'd touch Wario. No, WarioWare kind of exists as its own thing, but which is too bad because it is really cool. What do you think? So you said you like Brie Larson more. Do you like Brie Larson in general? Like, because I mean, like, I don't inherently care for her that much as an actor. The only role that I really like her is in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's like one of my favorite movies, and she's incredible in that film.
Yes.
But she plays a very different character than any character she's played in the last many years.
Yeah, in the last like 10 years. Yeah, actually, I don't dislike Brie Larson. I think the hate she's getting online is unwarranted. I don't know a lot about her. I mean, I know she's I think it was Eve from Scott Pilgrim. Was that her name? Eve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eve?
I watched it not that long ago. I can't remember. Envy.
Yeah. She's Envy from... I really like her role in that. Captain Marvel... I really like the first one. The second one...
I didn't... No. So I've never seen the second one. I did not like the first one at all. I actually... Okay. That was like definitely the first movie. When I saw that, I was like, I'm done. I'm out of the MCU. But so I think like she's always put a sour taste in my mouth. I don't hate her. But the more interesting role to me is because I don't see him in much, especially not on screen. But Benny Safdie.
I have no idea who that
Bowser
is.
Jr. Okay.
I know he was in Oppenheimer, but that's it.
Well, he just directed the Rock movie, the Smashing Machine.
Oh, really?
He's the director for that film.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's in my head, very tonally contrasting. It's like if you had, how would I say this? It's like having Leonardo voice Mario. It's like, one day he's doing a Martin Scorsese film about mobsters, and the next day he's going to set to voice Mario.
Mm-hmm.
It's very contrast. Where like Chris Pratt, like it kind of exists in that world, and they're in that world. It's like they're very, I don't know. It just like feels like roles that they would never touch. But I think it's funny. I'm excited to see. I didn't hate his voice. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, like,
it's not what I picture for Bowser Jr. based on the games, but I think it's fine. Like I don't dislike it.
I actually had this. If you, I don't know if you have much more to say about Mario, but if you're willing to jump into this conversation, because I've had this conversation, I think it'll roll us into our next topic too. But there's another movie on the horizon. I think it's currently in production. Like I think actually the cameras are probably rolling on this pretty soon. But there's a little video game franchise called The Legend of Zelda that's getting a live-action adaptation. Have you talked about this before?
I have briefly talked about it on the second episode with Litz. But just before moving into the Zelda movie, I just want to say some more things about the Mario movie.
Okay.
First of all,
Please.
going back to Brie Larson, one thing that I really like about her is that she's openly loving of Nintendo. Like, she loves to cosplay about Zero Suit Samus. She has stated several times that she wants to be Samus in a live-action Metroid movie. And even if they do a live-action or an animated short, I think Brie Larson would be great. For the character, she could even help direct since she is a long-time fan of the series. And also, have you heard that we are going to get a Donkey Kong movie coming as well?
Oh, I think I was aware of that. And like with how how Donkey Kong Bonanza was pushed, that makes a lot of sense. Like that, that was such a good way. Like, I don't know, they really rebranded Donkey Kong into something like really new, and I think something that could compete with Mario as a franchise. And so like I'm really excited to see the next Donkey Kong game. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the reason why
right?
We still don't have a The Legend of Zelda section in Super Nintendo World. Because believe it or not, Donkey Kong is way more recognizable than Zelda. So that's why they have a Donkey Kong area in there.
I also don't know. I've always like in my head as a kid I'd be like, yes, Zelda theme park, but like I don't know what they would do. Like what would you do? Like the Mario Kart track was weird. Like it was cool, but it was definitely the most out of place Mario Kart track.
Mm-hmm. For Zelda,
so it's like
I don't know. Actually, I've never thought of...
I feel like Zelda still really plays in that high fantasy section, so that's where the movie scares me. But it's not like Zelda really has that cross. I don't know, like Zelda doesn't really cater the same way. Like Zelda would have to be treated the same way that Harry Potter is treated in Universal.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you
more
go
of like
to
an
Castle
immersive
Town
experience.
Yeah,
it's more of like an immersive experience. But like Zelda, like because every Zelda game changes, like I don't think there's like one that's like recognizable.
Well, the Mario series also always changes.
That's true, but I think it's like the art style of Mario stays pretty consistent, whereas like Zelda, it's like one game it's cell shaded, and the next game, literally in the same console, you have the darkest, grittiest looking Zelda, and like it was your bright and beautiful colored Zelda game. So it's like Zelda's not that consistent.
That's true.
And then Breath of the Wild's an
completely
apocalyptic
different
world.
Yeah.
So it's like any of that wouldn't be that recognizable either, right? So
I just want to go to a store and have the Malomart theme playing, and that's on the.
I feel like Twilight Princess. Would you argue that Twilight Princess is the most recognizable Zelda game? Like that Link is still the Link they use, and the Ganondorf too. That is the Ganondorf that they go. That is our Ganondorf, and this is our Link. That design for Link is the one. That, like I went to Tokyo and I go to the Nintendo store, and this is the Link they have on display, right? Like it's like. This is the Link. They're like, this is our Link. That's Twilight Princess Link from 2006.
Is that Twilight Princess Link, or is it like a combination between Skyward Sword's colors with the Twilight Princess design?
I definitely think it's like really Twilight Princess.
Okay.
Like, it's a dark green. Like
okay.
And the hairstyle.
Yeah.
To everything, to the gauntlets, like. It's like almost 110%.
It's the most detailed Link we have yet, so I think that's why.
Definitely, I think. I mean, childhood bias aside, that's my favorite Link. But
yeah, I think that's. But I mean, before going to the next topic, just finishing up with the Mario. We keep going back to Zelda. We have a lot of Zelda because we can talk about also our series for the 40th anniversary coming next year, which can be very interesting. I just want to mention that I heard this rumor around. I don't know how true it is, but apparently they want to see how well the Donkey Kong movie does in order to see the possibility of a Luigi's Mansion movie.
That'd be really cool.
Or like a short series or like a short film.
I would wonder how a Luigi's... Well, like, so Nintendo's like... So, like, the big thing, like... And Miyamoto talks about in the Direct, which is also really important to talk about, is Miyamoto talks about the Nintendo Studios product. The first thing he's talking about is, I think it's called Close to You, which is the Pikmin short film.
Yep.
He made very clear attention to talk about that. And also the Nintendo Today app, as if anyone's using it. That thing is laid out like garbage. Like, it is bad.
It is bad.
It's a really cool concept. I hate using it. I hate using it. I want to click on a video. It's like, oh, like, here's a Mario quiz. Like, I was messing with it the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, here's a Mario quiz.
And that's it.
It's a 50-second video that takes like 12 seconds to load. It's like, what? It's not good.
The only thing I really like about the app, the reason I only check it out daily, is to see the games that release that very same day. I find that very like fun and interesting.
Oh, they do that, eh? I have the widget on my phone. So like on my phone, I have this, so it'll like have like a nice.
Oh, okay. I have it. So
it'll show me the headlines.
I have it like this, like very big on screen.
Oh, that is very big.
The calendar, yeah. But I like to see how it. I like how it syncs to my calendar, so that way I can see both my normal things that I need to focus on and also Nintendo events at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
So that.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
If you sync it with your calendar, you can see the like your schedule of the day, combining both your personal stuff and the Nintendo stuff. So I think that's really cool.
But yeah, I'm curious. Like, so like Nintendo is really pushing. Like, I think Nintendo is trying to be more of like a lifestyle brand. Like, I think they're trying to, step into the kind of industry space that Sony's in. Because like the problem is, and like this is a big complaint, and we'll talk about this partly later. But it's like gaming has become so expensive. Like, it's not really just anyone's hobby. It is in a way a rich man's hobby.
Yeah.
You can't like. I mean, like, it's been a long time since where you could be, like, even as a kid, like, it was expensive to afford games. But now, like, if I was a kid today, I would not be getting a game. I don't even think I would get, like, a game a month, maybe, with, like, the money I would make, like, mowing lawns and stuff. Now I don't even think I could afford a game a month. Like, it's just, the prices have jumped so much. Like, I pay over $100 Canadian per game now, which is insane.
And you know what? That's exactly the same here in Mexico. We are paying the 96 American dollars per game now.
That's crazy. That's so expensive.
So bad.
That's insane.
It's bad.
It's so expensive.
Well, yeah.
It's just like
gone.
It's just like I think that's gatekeeping. But that's what I was saying. Where it's like, I think Nintendo's also not trying to just be just a video game company. I think that's like what Nintendo Studios is all about, because they founded this production company shortly after the Mario film.
Yes.
And so they've been talking about, like, then they're doing the Pikmin short film. And so I think they're going to keep doing a lot of stuff like that. And then we have the Zelda movie.
Which is live action, for some reason.
Which is very different. I don't know. So, like, I mean, obviously we haven't seen anything except for cast. And that it's slated to come out in 2027. It actually just started principal photography 10 days ago. So that and it's shooting in New Zealand. So they've got one thing, right? They are picking the most beautiful thing. And it's like, in my head, I think, and I had a conversation with Nintendo to give him credit, and he was like, if I want a Zelda movie to feel like anything, I want it to give me the same feeling that the Lord of the Rings gives me.
Yes.
And it's like, that's wicked. That would be the best way to, like, bring on Zelda. Like, obviously not like be one-to-one to Lord of the Rings, but like that kind of like
mystical, magical, wholesome feeling.
It's so much about like the world building and then the characters second, and then the story kind of third. Like, that, like, Lord of the Rings is so special because of the world, right? And it's also your setting and your scenery. And those films look incredible. And So, like, I think, like, this is a really heavy lift for a director. Like, I have grown up a Zelda fan, and I've seen hundreds of Zelda short films on YouTube done by some incredible creators, but, none of them have ever made me go, this is Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, this is Zelda. So that's what, like, makes me really scared about the film. I don't think the cast, the kids they cast for Link and Zelda, which they're going younger, which is interesting. Like, I think both of them are under 18.
Are they?
I think
I think
so.
they are barely 18, like 18 and 19. I think. I know that
maybe they're young.
Yeah,
they're very young.
The Princess Zelda actress.
I'm wrong, actually. Princess Zelda's 21.
Yeah, she just turned 21. Yeah.
And then Benjamin was 17. That's
okay.
That's what it was. He just turned 17.
Okay.
He was 16 at his cast announcement, which is interesting. He's big in a lot of Canadian productions and has been on a bunch of Disney stuff, but he hasn't really been in a lot. So this will be interesting. I'm intending to watch something that he was in. I think he had a minor role in some Bryan Cranston film.
Oh.
No, it was a major role in a Bryan Cranston film that didn't score very well, but I intend to check it out.
Yeah, just to see
Bryan
him
Cranston's an incredible
acting, yeah.
actor, and just gonna see him acting, because like that's important, right? Like,
yeah, just to know if we vibe with him, if we not. Yeah.
Do you want Link to speak? Do you think it'll be weird to see Link speak? He's never, not once, ever spoken in any Zelda game ever. There's not a single line of dialogue Link has ever spoken. So it's like...
Yes, but I would like him to have the Geralt treatment from the Witcher series, in which he mostly grunts and just very casually speaks, like very short sentences. Just what he needs to say.
Yeah, okay. I haven't actually seen it, and I should check it out, because I think that's a really good understanding of a video game adaptation. I'm currently reading Berserk, and I think I want Link to be like how Guts is in the manga, where dude just not like how he is.
Yeah,
I know. And like, he just like he says only what he needs to say.
Yeah,
and that's exactly it. I think like I don't want him to have
I'm gonna act like Gerald during the next minute, just so you can see how it is. But go on.
Like I don't want to see like him being like the Zelda cartoon is fun. I don't want to see the Zelda cartoon. That's just like that's what I'm afraid of it being. I think like there's two ways it goes. It's the Zelda cartoon, or it's good, or it's mediocre. The problem is, and if I remember correctly, the director of the film is the Maze Runner director. Which, like, when I was growing up, those are, like, the Hunger Games, a bit of a cheese fest. Those are bigger cheese fests. So, like, I'm worried. But he also I think he did Kong Skull Island, which was, like, perceived as a pretty good film. Directors aren't locked to their script, and they can be better than their script, or their script can really save them. And that's, like, the most important thing. It's, like, how the director translates the script. How good is the script to begin with? And then how well of a job can the director do? Can he make that script better? Will he, will that help him? Will that work as, like, a big crutch to make this a good adaptation? Because, like, that's scary. I don't know. It's such a, to me, it's my most near and dear IP. It's, I think, the thing I care about probably the most in this world as like a franchise or an IP. So I'm scared. But I'm excited. I'm also very excited.
Okay, I'm going to stop now.
Your Geralt is really good, I was going to say.
Thank you. I want to pitch in. I think the only live action shorts made by people here on YouTube that I kind of feel like that make me feel something similar to what we can see on the Zelda movie was the Link versus Shadow Link short film.
Yes, I know. I think, isn't that Corridor Digital?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's them. That's a really good one. And for some reason, the Zelda Back to the Future crossover video, I don't know if you remember that, in which Link...
Oh, yes. I do remember that video. Oh my god, that video. Yeah, that's a throwback. Yeah,
in which Link meets Doc Brown, and he has to go all the way back to the past, and they explain the entire Zelda timeline. There are a few seconds at the beginning where it's actually like the finale of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and that's something that really made me feel something. I remember as a kid rewatching that part again and again and again. But yeah, as you said, I am scared. You mentioned Lord of the Rings. I would also like to see something similar to Game of Thrones. Obviously, PG-13.
Yeah. But like that feel, like you're really immersed in a fantasy world. Like that is the,
It's been a while
totally
since
agree.
we've had a fantasy movie, like mainstream movie like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
can't
just
think
been
of anything
series,
that's
TV
hit
series.
theater like that. Yeah, I can't really think of any big. I'm sure there's a dozen, and I just am not aware. But nothing big has hit my radar as far as fantasy. But that being said, moving the conversation.
Just
forward,
one more
if
thing.
you're
Just
cool
one
with
more thing.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Don't worry. That's fine. I think that's something that will really help this movie and the audience get invested in this world is the music.
Oh my God, yes. That was what made the Mario movie that much more excellent. They even mentioned the score in the direct, and I was like, yes. Like,
Yes.
that score is incredible. Like, you took what was really good about Kondo's fucking soundtrack and just took it to the next level.
Yes.
Like, it really like, and took elements and remixed instrumentals in ways that were fantastic.
Yes.
That is the kind of composition that we need for the Zelda film. I think that will really take it to the next
Like
level.
a remixed theatrical orchestration of the Zelda music. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just that fantasy element.
And we've been missing on a lot of good Zelda music ever since the Breath of the Wild era. These last few years.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw, but they actually put out. So Nintendo's trying a new thing. Bill Trennan had a statement. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about the vinyl set?
The Zelda record box,
Yeah.
So I've been a big vinyl collector the last couple of years, and I saw this.
Did you get it?
And I was a little hesitant, but I actually bought a vinyl box set.
Yes!
I bought a vinyl box set from this company just last year. It was the Metal Gear Solid Collector's box set, so it's about the same amount of LP. Actually, I think it's only half the amount of LPs. It's like 6 LPs, and they're very beautifully colored. It's like the prettiest thing in my vinyl collection, and also the most expensive. Now, the Zelda thing will also then be the second most expensive thing in my vinyl collection. Like, currently more expensive than my current record player, which is busted. But like, I'm really excited, and they said that they're just trying to test the market, and I was like, I'm a vinyl collector. I'm the person that would be buying records. I just need them to do other soundtracks. Press the Ocarina of Time soundtrack on vinyl. Press the Twilight Princess. Press the Wind Waker soundtrack. Majora's Mask. The list goes on and on and on and on, right? So it's like, if this does well, we might see more and more of it, but hopefully
the Skyward Sword OST.
All of the Zelda games, but like even other things like Rhythm Heaven or like Mario games, it would just be wicked. Well, actually, Super Mario RPG, because Square Enix has play in it. I actually put that soundtrack on an LP box set. It wasn't really my thing. I actually didn't play RPG on the Switch.
It's good.
Not that it wasn't my thing. I just haven't played it. But yeah, I think it's a really cool direction. But yeah, Hyrule Warriors. You ready to talk about this? You want to talk about Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors. Where are your... Okay, if you could rank... Well, okay. So first of all, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment just released last week. I just got it today. Not because I wasn't ready. It just didn't arrive. It took a week to arrive. So I just started playing it today. I haven't gone too far. You have played it for 1 week. What are your thoughts? Spoiler free. What are your thoughts on the game?
I'm not going to tell you about spoilers. I mean, I'm not that far in the story. So off the bat, I went into this game. I was not excited about this game. I actually had no care about the game.
Really?
I completely forgot it was coming out. And I had a conversation, and I was like, wait, it comes out this week. Like, I don't know if I'm going to pick it up. And
oh, wow. First time I'm hearing you not trying to pick out
my girlfriend.
Zelda game.
And it came out only a couple days after my birthday, and then my girlfriend ended up picking it up for me. She was like, do you want it? I was like,
I mean...
oh, okay, yeah. So she grabbed it for me because she was at the store, and I was like,
shout out to your
I started
girlfriend.
playing it. Shout out. And it's better. It's definitely way better. Like way better. And like at first I was like, first mission I was like, oh god.
Yeah,
like,
that's the mission I just played.
I'm gonna do 40 hours of this. And so like if you don't know, a little backstory on me is I don't love the Breath of the Wild universe of Zelda. I love playing them, but what they do for the franchise isn't what made me fall in love with the franchise, and doesn't make me love the franchise more.
It's a different Zelda. It's a different Zelda.
It is a different Zelda. It's not bad. It's just not what I look for as a Zelda fan.
Yes.
Like when they put out the Skyward Sword remake, I was like, yes. Because like story can be really good in Zelda, and Skyward Sword is a perfect example of prime Nintendo storytelling. And I was like, I want more of this, and I just feel like that's still absent from Zelda. And then Age of Calamity came out, and I was hoping that would really help boost the storytelling and the world of Breath of the Wild. No. It's a big joke. You play 20 hours of gameplay, and it's a big joke. And then, so I'm like, I just in the back of my head, I'm like, this game, I'm like, they're gonna do it to me again. They're gonna do a rug pull, because the first Hyrule Warriors is its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun, and it's a charming, and like it takes everything that like fans love about Zelda. And I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest, I don't love the first Hyrule Warriors.
I've played it. Okay, it's gameplay is the worst
Gameplay
of all
is
of them.
bad. Like that's what stopped me from playing it. I've tried 3 times.
So I've been playing co-op, because you can play co-op game share with friends and your family.
Yeah, Cisco told me. Yeah.
Is incredible. It's like the coolest thing the Switch is doing. It's like no one's talking about this. This is the coolest thing. It's like, do you know when you had to do DS download as a kid?
Yeah.
It would take like 30 minutes to download Mario Party DS.
Yes.
No, it's instant. Instant. I'm like, this is the best. So like, this is much better that way, and this is also just a really good way to play the game 2-player, and which has made it like way more fun and less grindy, because I'm just hanging out and then I'm playing the game when it's grindy, and then we're immersed in the story when the story's there.
Yes.
And so like thus far the storytelling in the game doesn't feel like I'm a little baby and Nintendo is holding my hand and treating me like I'm a big dumb idiot head. Like, and that's how Age of Calamity felt to me, whereas this one's kind of like, okay, pay attention, we're going to do some crazy stuff here. And it's like, yes, you know a lot of what's going to happen because of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, it's filling in that gaps. It's making Rauru interesting. I was not sure about how I'd feel about the champions. These might be my favorite champions.
Really?
Like, honestly,
wow.
These might be my favorite champions. They are awesome. Except for Mineru. She can go Dino. Do not care about her. Every time she's on my screen, I'm actually annoyed. She can go down a hole. Get that furry stuff out of my Nintendo game. I'm not for it. But like, yeah, it's really good. I think like, and then they're doing something like you have to play it. There's a mysterious character.
That
if you got two nuts in your brain,
you know exactly who that is. Yeah, I just want to know how that character arrived there. That's what I want to know.
And so the first cutscene shows you, like, makes you piece it together if you haven't figured it out. But like, I think it's a really cool thing, and there's such a cool concept behind it. And maybe we'll get into it in another video or something where we can talk about spoilers endlessly. But I think it's like one of the coolest things that they've done with Zelda in a really, really long time. And I think it's the coolest thing that they've done in the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom universe. Like, 100%.
Would you say this is the best Hyrule Warriors game so far?
I think the story has to really stick a landing. I'm really nostalgic for the first one. But as far as gameplay and as far as storytelling, it's definitely kicking Age of Calamity out the door. It's just I got to see how the story lands on its 2 feet. And if it does, I really think we have a great direction where I won't be sick. The gameplay is so much better, and it feels less grindy than previous Warriors games. And I played Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. I played it again on the 3DS. I played it on the Switch, and then I played Age of Calamity, and so I've now played this. I played 5 Zelda Warriors games. I've also played other anime Warriors games, and this is the best any Warriors game I've ever played. I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, but I played the Gintama one, and I played what other?
There's a Gintama Hyrule Warriors game.
There's a Gintama Warriors and
That's
Gintama
crazy.
Rumble. It was like only released in China physically or something. I have a copy.
That's crazy.
But It's fun. It's fun because it's Gintama, not fun because it's a Warriors game. But they like implement one-on-one combat in this game, and like as you play, you'll see more and more features. Also, like they brought back Kid Icarus Uprising. Like Kid Icarus Uprising just exists inside of this video game. So I'm like, okay, it's doing things that it doesn't have to do, but it's doing them and it's awesome. But I mean, your first mission. What are your impressions? What are your hopes?
My hopes. I am really invested in this mysterious character. I want to know more about it. However, I am really liking Zelda's approach so far. How they're treating Zelda instead of being hopeless or, just being.
No, she's badass.
She's badass. Just first mission, she sees someone in trouble. She's like, oh no, I'm going to.
I'm gonna fight.
I'm gonna kick
I'm gonna ass.
Beat. Yeah.
She's immediately hitting the 1-2. She's like,
yeah.
I'm like,
and she has a lightsaber and everything, like literally a lightsaber.
They also gave her the baddest ass in the world. Like, it's insane. It's like actually insane. It's crazy. I don't know, what are they doing over at Nintendo? They know kids play these games, right? Like, it's crazy. It is crazy.
If you want to talk about asses, we can talk about Pokemon Legends CA, but in which. I don't know, that character has more pixels than the entire map of Pokemon Legends CA. But that's crazy. But no, yeah, I'm very excited to see. I've heard really good things about this story. And I really liked Age of Calamity. I really liked it. I thought it was such a cool thing to see what happened in the Calamity War. How Hyrule was this prospered town and how it came to rumbles, it became destroyed.
Yes. Okay.
And then we're going to talk about spoilers here, just a little bit of spoilers about Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity that came out quite a few years ago.
Yeah, it's been...
Get with the program.
Like 5 years. But at the midpoint of the game, we have a time-traveling scene in which the champions from the Breath of the Wild game 100 years after the events of Age of Calamity, go back in time in order to save the regular champions, the OGs.
Yeah.
I really like that because we had the Age of Calamity era, right? And then we end that era just as the champions are about to die. So after that event, we pretty much just get Link losing and then Breath of the Wild starts. In here we get an expanded story on, hey, what could happen now? Of course, it is not canon, but I really liked seeing the champions interact with one another. Like Sidon being able to see Mipha once again. That was...
I don't disagree. Like, Riju is like one of my favorite champions. And like playing as her was fun. It was wicked fun, right? You get the most Riju, and I don't like Yunobo as much.
Okay.
I like Riju and Sidon, and I like Tulin. I think Tulin's really cool. But like other than that, I don't know. Like it to me, I felt like the big thing that I wanted to get out of Age of Calamity was the whole point of Breath of the Wild is Hyrule is in despair.
Yes.
Link lost. Zelda lost. They lost. People died. There was consequences to them losing this war. So they regrouped, and that's what happened. I think it would have been way more impactful had you shown the despair to the fight, because you played Breath of the Wild, that they end up succeeding. So you're seeing that like last grit, that fight tooth and nail to those last few moments to save Hyrule. I think it could have been a whole lot better.
Okay, so
I think really honing in on the despair that Hyrule was facing would have been a way better story. And I also think you could have had a really cool like Zelda Ganondorf or Ganon one-on-one when she goes to seal him. Like, I think there was a lot of cool things that they could have done that while it's still being canon.
Okay.
And then I think you could do like a spin-off after that. But you interrupted the storytelling to have a spin-off. And it's like, I think you could have done DLC where
as an alternate ending,
the baby,
right?
Yeah, like the baby. No, like the baby garden comes up after the whole story wraps and is like, oh, like, rewinds time or something. Like, there was better ways to do this while keeping, you know, the integrity of, like, this is the canon events. This is what you never saw with Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Because the thing is, with Age of Calamity, you knew everything.
Yes.
The only thing you didn't know was exploring what Hyrule looked like before the Calamity.
Yes.
And so, like, that's like my biggest drawback. I think they really had opportunity to do a whole lot, and then they just chickened out. And I think that for me was like, I think that was the kicker, and it just felt like a slap in the face because Breath of the Wild was lacking story. So it felt like the story's still a joke. Like, guys, don't worry. Like, we still don't care about the story. We like whatever.
Age of Imprisonment is completely canon, right? So far.
As far as I can tell, they have said it's canon. Like they were like, yeah, it's canon. Like, guys, it is canon. So because I think a lot of people had the same reaction I did to Age of Calamity.
Okay.
Where it was like, oh, I'm just playing a spin-off and it means nothing, right? Where it's like, you know, like a spin-off should be fun. The Warriors games are a little bit of a chore past hour 20. It's like, okay. Okay, well, we can wrap this up, guys. Like, the gameplay ain't changing. You know, it's not like, they're never hard. Like, they're never ever hard. If you're grinding and you're doing the side missions, like, concurrently as you're playing the game, you'll never struggle in a Warriors game. Like, never.
I actually really struggled on the first one. I'm not gonna lie.
No. The first one is ridiculous because the first one, you have to defend, like, and the NPCs all suck.
Yeah.
You'll walk away from an outpost, and 2 minutes later, they're like, there's a million, it's genocide here. They've wiped every Zora in the world.
And
Link,
you're getting, like, notifications everywhere.
Like,
everyone's dying.
You're like, you're in the map. You're in Hyrule Castle, and like, the Hylians are gone. The Gorons are gone. Link, you're the only one on the map, so you got to figure it out. I know you just kicked all their, like, you just killed 5,000 enemies.
But they're back.
As soon as you left your territory, they're back and they've committed genocide on the Zoras. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That gameplay was crazy, which is not a problem. It's not even a thing in
anymore.
This game.
Yeah.
Like, at all. I've not one time as I go, your outpost has been lost, you stupid idiot. Like, you better get back here.
I remember the final mission on Age of Calamity being stupid hard, even though I upgraded everything to max level.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it being hard. I remember being done with it. I remember being glad I finished that game.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Anything else? Any last thoughts on Tears of the Kingdom? Or the game?
I think those are pretty valid points. I guess I'm not gonna lie. I really felt fulfilled with what I saw of the Breath of the Wild before the Calamity era. So that's why I was.
You do get to see a lot.
Yeah.
You do get to see.
So that's why I was about to cry when I saw how I think it was Mifa and Daruk at the same time.
They were gonna die.
Yeah, I was really starting to cry, and when I saw the portal and Sidon's trident go through the portal, I jumped off excitement. I don't know. I think that moment really stuck with me, and that's why I remember it very fondly.
Yeah, that's I don't inherently disagree. I just, in my head, I think the most impactful scene that exists in Breath of the Wild is Link and Zelda are the only ones.
Yeah.
And then she puts out the power of the Triforce, and he's like dying in her arms. It's crazy.
Yes.
Like, he's done his last stand. It's such an impactful scene. Like, that is the scene in Breath of the Wild that sticks out to me the most in my head. And I just felt we just skipped that. So it was like,
yeah.
But whatever.
Okay. Let's talk about
on to next things.
Zelda's 40th anniversary. Now that we're talking about Zelda, just real fast, what are your expectations for this 40th anniversary? I have a theory that we are going to get Twilight Princess on the GameCube online.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. I don't need a port. I think that game looks gorgeous on the GameCube. Like, I don't need an HD. I don't need the HD remaster to show up. We didn't need Wind Waker HD. Oh,
you're getting a call.
I can take that later. I don't need that. So I think, like, the big thing is, I think, like, for me, I really just want to know, like, we haven't seen anything, so we won't get a game next year, but hopefully we see something next year, is, you know, Tears of the Kingdom came out 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And
almost 3 years. This year it'll be 3 years.
And they already stated that this new Hyrule Warriors game is going to be the last we're going to see of the Breath of the Wild universe.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
That's where it's like exciting because like to finish the game, like I'm excited to finish the game because they're wrapping up the story for good.
Yeah.
And if you remember how Tears of the Kingdom ended, that was wicked. So I was like,
this is it.
I still have my gripes, but it was that is one of my favorite final bosses in a video game in a long time. No, I think the big thing is I want to see where Zelda's going next now.
Okay.
Because, we've done open world. Zelda changed open world. I really think it made, like Skyrim existed, but I don't know. Like, Zelda,
redefined
really modernized how people see open world today. And, so many games have taken inspiration from it, I feel. One Game of the Year, 2017, that was a huge year for gaming for some of the most arguably, influential games at the time. It was up against... the one in my head is always Persona 5. Persona 5 is arguably regarded as the best RPG of all time.
Yes.
That has also made major ripples on how we see RPGs today.
That's true.
Claire Obscur, very clearly inspired by Persona 5. And that's up for Game of the Year, possibly, maybe. We'll see. But, I think, I don't need Zelda to reinvent the wheel here. I really don't. That's not what I play Zelda games for. I don't need Zelda to be, the GTA 5 of fantasy games. But I do need Zelda to, I think I want to see it go back to its old roots and charm. Because, I love Echoes of Wisdom.
Yes, I was about to talk about Echoes.
I think it's strayed a little bit. It was fun. I did not enjoy it. But, it was a different change, and obviously you're playing as Zelda, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But it's I don't need you to reinvent the wheel. I will buy a Link's Awakening remake because I like how that Zelda game plays, and I now want to play it in HD graphics.
Yeah.
I buy Skyward Sword HD because I love how that Zelda game plays, and I'm going to play it in HD graphics.
Okay.
It's
Here's my
Go ahead.
Here's my theory. This is something that I'm going to talk about on my video that releases on Sunday. What if we are getting an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask HD port? Not a 3DS, but a remake of the 3DS games brought to HD for Zelda's 4.
I would
like the Hero of Time collection.
Or even ground up Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remakes, because Majora's Mask remake is inherently inferior to the original game. There's a bunch of things that they did in the remake that made it worse.
That's my favorite game of all time.
I love Majora's Mask, but 3D isn't as good as the Majora's Mask 64.
I prefer the 3D one.
Really?
I do.
It was the first time I beat Majora's Mask. I'll give you that, because it was really hard as a kid. But then when I went back to it on the N64, I was like, the Zora swimming was the big one.
Yeah.
They went backwards on that, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Nintendo. But so I would love to see, I think for the 40th anniversary they'll release something like that.
Especially with the Lego coming soon, based on Ocarina of Time.
That's a good point. I mean, I have the set. It's actually off camera, but I have the Deku Tree set. That's Ocarina of Time, obviously, but it also has a Breath of the Wild element to it. You can build the Master Sword Shrine for you have the pieces to build the Master Sword Shrine for Breath of the Wild. I do think, though, my key thing isn't wanting to see more remakes. I think every time I hear people talk about Zelda these days, it's I need Twilight Princess, I need Ocarina of Time, I need Majora's Mask. I want a new Zelda game that made me feel the same way I did when I played
those games
for the first time, or when I played Skyward Sword for the first time. Zelda games are really funny where they get a lot of flack on initial release, and then people grow more fond of them over time. I think Breath of the Wild is going to have the inverse effect, and same with Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, interesting.
Just because of the technical scope of those games are so incredible that it's just crazy. And I don't think Zelda needs to go up from here. I don't think they need to I would much rather a linear Zelda game. And so for instance, a really good example of this point that I'm trying to make here is, last winter I had a shit ton of time on my hands, and I played both Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth back to back.
Nice.
I think Remake is a way better game than Rebirth. Rebirth is really, really pretty, and so is Remake. But Remake, because it's linear, I feel like it's just so much tighter and like just way more concise. And you don't feel constrained playing Remake.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Rebirth is too much. It's too much. There's too much going on. It's an 80-hour video game, man. Like, that's crazy. I don't have 80 hours to spare.
Not at all.
No one. Who does?
No one. Man, if you saw my backlog, I have around 10 games on my backlog.
And my backlog will never die. Like it's
never.
And it's because we keep making video games that take me 2 months to beat. It took me half a year to beat Persona 5. The game was 100. It took me 145 hours. That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's insane.
It's like people don't have that kind of time, and so it's like I don't need an 80-hour game. And it's like my point is like like I think Remake is a better game because it's more concise, and it's very technically impressive, and it does really cool things, and it looks ridiculously pretty.
So you would like a Zelda game in that style?
I would like a linear Zelda game. I don't not inherently Final Fantasy style, Remake style, but a real time action game would be kind of cool for the Zelda franchise.
Cool. Yeah.
That's kind of the way the combat in Breath of the Wild felt like it was going. So I would be curious to see I am endlessly curious to see what they do next. Eiji Aonuma has carried the Zelda franchise for the better part of 2 decades and has done an incredible job. His first game was Majora's Mask. Brother was cooking from the start. So it's like, I have a lot of faith in what they do with Zelda. Like, Zelda has always been approached really well. I just think, I think recently we're focusing too much on
the open world,
on the gameplay and the open worldness, and we're not focusing on
what made Zelda in the first place.
What made Zelda. And like, as we were talking about like earlier, yes, Breath of the Wild was released on vinyl for soundtrack. What am I going to listen to? The rain sounds?
Oh, you're going to hear 3 notes every 20 seconds.
I'll be like falling asleep to my record player, and then it'll go. It's just like like there's a lot of aspects that I think going open world that of things that made me love Zelda that they kind of went away because of that. Like characters weren't as prominent, like Zelda especially for how important she is to Breath of the Wild. She's never around. She literally isn't around in Breath of the Wild, and then Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, she just went on another vacation. It's like, are you kidding me? Whereas like like Twilight Princess, like she was there. It was like an intimate goal. And Ocarina of Time, like she's Sheik. It's like like you have these, like you have Impa, you have Sheik, you have Midna, like you have these recognizable characters where like Breath of the Wild. I think back to Breath of the Wild, and it's like, yes, you have the champions, but they're dead.
Yeah. I mean,
and then Tears of the Kingdom, okay, it's like you have. I liked how Tears of the Kingdom did things like the champions more and more. Like Tears of the Kingdom is definitely an improvement. But Breath of the Wild, I think, was such a major step back from a lot of the things that made Zelda. Well, and I'll beat that horse to death,
and that's the thing. Like Breath of the Wild, I think the main theme around Breath of the Wild was being alone.
Yes,
that's something.
It's very.
My camera is off focus.
Oh, you're not focused.
Yeah, hold on. I'll figure it out. But I think they really succeeded on. Oh my god, I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
Well, you can do this. Like, take your fingers to the lens and then just bring them back, and it should. Huh?
Technical
difficulties.
No,
it doesn't want you. It doesn't want you.
Okay.
What is it?
There we go. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Interesting. So something really big about Breath of the Wild was being alone. That feeling of being alone, that was kind of fixed in Tears of the Kingdom, since that was not the point of Tears of the Kingdom, right?
But it felt more apocalyptic, which I think is really, really funny.
That's true, because they were rebuilding everything, so we have that apocalypse feel. What are your thoughts on maybe getting a Twilight Princess world-esque, but also being open world? So an actual... An actual Zelda world, an actual Hyrule, but everything's built. We have full-fledged towns. We don't have anything destroyed, and we have more pavement.
I don't think it's the state of the world that my problem was with Breath of the Wild. But, like, for instance, like, okay, like, a great example, and you haven't played this game, but Xenoblade 3 is is like a pseudo hybrid between open world. Like it's almost like when you go into an area in Xenoblade 3, it is so big it feels open world.
Okay.
But then it's like divided, right? Like think about how Twilight Princess's Hyrule Field felt, and then you go to Lake Hylia and it's like massive areas.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took that and then went triple the size.
Okay.
And you did that. That would be a really good way. It's like you have those open world elements, but it's like still in a linear way. You know, like there's. I think that's what I mean.
Are you like Majora's Mask as well, right? Kinda, but it's
kind of yeah.
Okay.
Like more so think Twilight Princess, but yeah, like Xenoblade did it on an even bigger. Xenoblade 3 specifically did it on a bigger scope. Hey, you know, they might do like a Yakuza and just be like, yeah, this one's a JRPG with turn-based Zelda game.
They can do.
We're changing it up, baby. And that's where I'm excited. Like I think Breath of the Wild was such a change of pace and a breath of fresh air, quite literally, for the series. And I think it's cool. I love it. But you know, we've spent like almost the better part of a decade with this world. It's almost 2026. Breath of the Wild came out in 2017.
Yeah.
And it's like we've been living with this state of Zelda for almost 10 years now, and I'm ready to I'm ready for something new. I'm also ready to go back. I'm also ready to kind of like, you know, meet us in the middle a little too.
I'm scared of getting a modern Zelda. Like, I don't know if you remember the concept art of Link on a motorcycle wearing jeans.
Yeah,
I'm scared on that.
I don't think they're gonna let that fly. There's some crazy concept arts for Zelda out there. But at the same time, you know, like Spirit Tracks, like a lot of people were really, really hesitant to Spirit Tracks, but
it was really good.
I think about that game a lot. Like that's one of my favorite Zelda games. I don't know if I'd say that's my favorite, but I do love it. I played it not that long ago again for like a third time, and I was like, this game is fantastic.
But yeah, just to end it up and move on to the next topic, because we've been talking about Zelda for almost half an hour.
We've been talking about
and we
Zelda
can talk
for a long time.
more about Zelda if we want to. I lost my train of thought. I was going to close it up. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, we can move on.
Okay, hard move on. So yeah, Zelda. Oh yeah, here it is. We need a 3D Zelda game that is like the others, because so far we've been getting the old style, but in 2D.
Yeah, the 2D Zeldas. And they do the 2D Zeldas, and then they do the
Hyrule Warriors, and then we have the open world as the main Zelda games. We need.
But that's why I enjoyed going back to Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
that's where I was like, I miss this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay with linear storytelling. It's okay. Force me from point A to point B. It's okay.
It's okay.
You don't have to let me go to A to X to W to T.
Exactly.
I can go. I can follow.
You can do. Yeah, you can follow a straight path. Anyways, now we can continue since I closed my point and I feel satisfied with myself. Nintendo game keycards. I don't know your point. I don't know where you stand on game keycards.
So to be honest, I have only a handful of Switch 2 games. None of them yet are the keycard games. And I don't even know that any game that I'm interested in has released as a keycard game. So I don't personally own one. But you know, I see the divide. I'm not unaware. The Nintendo Switch camera has decided to go overexposed.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, it'll figure itself out. I see why people are frustrated. I see why people are just so abhorrently against them. Because I think in a way it is a bit of okay, it's crazy that you're doing this to begin with, because you still gotta produce the cart. You still gotta pay to. I mean, maybe you're saving on data size, and that's where you're doing it. It's we're saving on data size, but we're still producing a physical product. So it's this happy medium in a way.
Do you know?
As long as I still have a case that I can put on my shelf, I will forever be happy. As long, because it has been over a decade, and I bought myself a PS4 quite a long time ago. Sometime around the Switch was out for a couple of years, and I bought myself a PS4. And I hadn't owned, I had an Xbox One, but I didn't really play it. I had Minecraft installed on that thing. I didn't really get many games. But when I started playing on my PS4, any time I put in a damn game in my PS4, I had to wait 2 hours to play it.
That's
to
true.
Wait an hour. If I had bad internet, I'm waiting half a day. Like, this has been a thing for a long. It doesn't. I always buy disc. I'm not a digital game buyer. I never buy digital games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a couple on my PS5 and a couple on my Switch, but my key titles and games that I really care about are all in physical condition.
Yes.
But this isn't like, people are acting like this is something new. This is not something new. They are just now telling you that you are going to have to do the thing that you had to do. So, like, okay, my instance that I'm the most frustrated with this is last year, the Yakuza franchise decided to make a bunch of changes, like changing its name, and then they decided to release one of the a really big game as a spin-off.
Okay.
And then they were like, we're not going to release it in physical.
What?
They released it physically in China and Japan, and so I imported a copy for myself because I'm a big fan of the Yakuza game, so I want every game physically. Even though I started out digital, that game got lost in the mail. It got delayed. It got lost in the mail. It took like a month and a half to get to me. I had to wait a really long time to get this game. I finally get it, and like I have seen so much about like people like, this is the best game that they put out. This is amazing. This is the best Yakuza game. I'm so pumped to put that game in. I get it in the mail, and I'm like, and it's also like the busy season for me, so I barely have time. And I get it in the mail. As soon as I get in the mail, I go pop it in my PS5, and I'm stoked to play it. I had to wait an hour and a half for it to download. It's not like an hour and a half for the software update. No, an hour and a half before the software was prepared to play the game.
Yeah.
I could not play that. I put the physical disc in my PS5 and I could not play the game. That is no different than what the game key card is.
Yes, but my problem
that
is
no different.
My problem is, PlayStation does that. I also hate it. Like, I have Mexican internet. Back in the day, man, it took 7 hours for me to be able to play God of War.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, they have been doing this for a long time. And it's like, not just PlayStation, but Xbox. And like, other games have been doing this. But like, this
is the first time Nintendo is doing it.
This is the first time Nintendo's doing it. And then they're telling you that they're doing it.
Yes, but here's what's different. Here's what's my problem. The Nintendo Switch has way less storage, for example, than an Xbox or a PlayStation. Unless you get a super expensive SD card. But for example, my PlayStation has 1 terabyte. My Nintendo Switch does not have 1 terabyte.
Yeah. I mean, but like, okay, also, I don't download Fortnite, and Fortnite don't take...
I don't have Fortnite either.
800. It doesn't take 800 gigs. PlayStation, like, the thing is, like, Nintendo compression is way crazier than game compression on any other hardware. If Sony produced Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, that shit would be 5,000 gigabytes on your it would be a terabyte on your PS5. I have games on my PS5 that are over 100 gigs easily.
Me too.
I do not own a single game. I don't think Nintendo has produced a single game that is over like 100 gigabytes.
No.
I don't think a single download game is over 100 gigabytes. That's like the big thing too. That makes a big difference. And so like to me, and like, okay, and 256 of optimized storage is good because their compression is great. And then the other thing is like, it's not like this that Nintendo's just doing this out of their ass. Xenoblade X came out on the Switch 1 last year. The game's digital file size for the HD remaster is smaller than the original game was on the Wii U.
That's crazy.
Like, just think about that for a second. Just think, like, it's crazy. And I'm not trying to dick ride Nintendo here, but like, you know, there are things that they're doing that are making sense. It's just they're presenting them, and I think they're just being more upfront about the problems, and so people are more alert to them.
But
whereas like Sony, I have this problem. I have to every time I get like 3 or 4 new games on my PS5, I have to delete 6 of other ones. It's like
that's a problem. Yeah.
I got my PS5 a year ago, and it is 80% storage, and I've already had to delete 3 games.
Yeah.
I downloaded Death Stranding 2, and I'm like, no, I'm out of storage.
Yeah.
Not even Death Stranding 2. I downloaded Death Stranding 1. I'm out of storage. It's like, what? Because the physical games are taking up storage. I own every PS5 game I own is physical.
Yeah.
I don't buy digital games, and I'm running out of storage. Like, the problem is, like, it's been around. But this is my thing is, like, Nintendo is being upfront about it. And then the other thing is like, it's just now it's like every other game. Sega is doing it with practically every game, which is crazy. And like in my head, it's lower production costs. You're pleasing physical fans, but the production cost is lower because you don't have to create carts that hold so much data.
But okay,
So
yeah, but physical fans are not happy.
No, I mean like I'm also not inherently happy because it's gonna every game I buy is gonna have a big white label that says it's not really on here.
And for example,
like,
I hate the fact that I don't know, in 10 years when the Nintendo Switch 2 servers go down, or I don't know, 15 years, I love collecting games. I know you do too.
Yeah.
When the Nintendo servers go down, because we know how Nintendo is with the internet and trying to resell you games, game keycards are not going to work.
I don't know that that's true though, because okay, hold on. If you today, and I'm talking about today, right now.
Yes.
If you remembered on your Nintendo 3DS that you accidentally deleted Pokemon X that you downloaded from the eShop and you only had a digital download, you can go on the eShop and download it still. You just can't buy new games.
Can you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that in 20 years from now, if I buy a game keycard for the Nintendo Switch 2, it will still work?
I you know, as long as the way we perceive like the internet is used and we don't have a major societal change and like it doesn't go from 5G to like I don't know how the internet would change, but it, like, you know how dial up to like, if there's not some sort of major technological change that rethinks the way that every piece of technology works, then no, it will still work. I truly think it'll still work as long as your Nintendo Switch still powers on. I think you'll still be able to download it.
Oh, I'll wait 20 years to try it out.
Because yeah, if I swear to you, like if you go on your Nintendo 3DS right now, you can open the eShop, and the eShop will open, and then you can go and look at your previously downloaded games. I don't think you can change your eShop account. I don't think you can. You can't browse it. There's nothing there. It's just like re-download games and stuff like that. Like that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think the same thing happened to the Wii, but the 3DS they did. And I just think that like how they did the Wii is completely different than how they did the 3DS. I think they future-proofed the 3DS. I'm quite like, if I'm wrong, I'm going to be so embarrassed, but I'm pretty sure I've already done this. Like, I can guarantee I've already done this.
Interesting.
Downloading games. But yeah, like it's there. It's a feature that's still there.
But what, okay. I disagree completely. I think it would not work if the internet continues the same. I think Nintendo with their servers, it's not going to work. I really like to have my games, to own them, not having a ugly ass label in the background.
Totally.
But Nintendo also stated that no first party games are going to have that label. Yet we just got the announcement of our first party Nintendo game getting a game keycard, that being Pokemon Pokopia. Now, yes, it is developed by the Pokemon Company, and the Pokemon Company is getting help from Koei Tecmo, which are the same guys that did the Hyrule Warriors games. Yes,
but Pokemon is not a first party publisher.
No, because Nintendo published it.
No, sorry. Pokemon Company is not owned by Nintendo. It is not a first party. It is not a first party Nintendo game. It is a second party. Nintendo has stake in Pokemon and they have a deal with Pokemon, but they do not own Pokemon. It's like Monolith Soft. Nintendo now owns Monolith Soft. Before they did not. But they owned a big portion of Monolith Soft. Nintendo recently bought Monolith Soft, I think only like 6 or 7 years ago. That made Monolith Soft a first party. Monolith Soft games are developed inside of Nintendo. Pokemon games are not developed inside of Nintendo. They are developed elsewhere. So it's like that it does not make it first party. Now, if this conversation was happening and we're talking about Rhythm Heaven or Tomodachi Life, very different. Because yes, that is developed inside of Nintendo. And it's like, but Pokecopia, the problem, but I'm not misunderstanding the problem. The problem still is that a Pokemon game, which is like one of the largest things that hits in Nintendo software, is getting this treatment. It's like,
why?
It is the same thing, right? Like,
and you know why this problem exists in the first place? Because Nintendo only develops two different types of cards: the game key cards and the 64 gigabyte key cards, which take $17 to produce each. So for the Nintendo Switch, they had 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte, 4 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte, 16,
they
and so
only
on.
That seems a little weird, but that might also be something else. So it's like, because like the other thing too, right? So like the problem is so like the other thing is like storage, yes, is expensive on the Switch, but it's expensive for any game console. I think Xbox and Sony, I think, force you to have like to only get really good storage, they force you to have like proprietary SSDs and stuff like that. Whereas like Nintendo, so they still go SD cards, but they don't just go SD cards, they go micro SD cards.
Yeah.
I have SD cards in my camera that cost me $200 and they only are like 256 gigs. So like in my head, as someone who works in film and deals with technology and SSDs, and like I have to think about this all the time, to me this makes sense. You want a lot of data to read and write really, really fast, but you also need it this big. So that's going to cost you money. And so like that's where that comes from, right? So it's like that is the sacrifice of having the Nintendo Switch be as powerful as it is, the Switch 2 being as powerful as it is, and also having fast read-write speed, like maintaining fast read-write speed. There goes your light. I guess he really is not agreeing with me, guys. DAGG Universe, I've upset him. He's mad at me. But it's like, that's the thing where it's like it is a part of the compromise for the Switch being powerful. Like, I'm just coming at this from like as someone who, you know, is familiar with that kind of technology and works with that kind of technology. Is like, you want small media that does things really fast and high quality, then you're gonna pay the price for things to be really fast and really small.
But if these are like normal games, like, and if they have a Switch 1 version and a Switch 2 version, why are you making a game keycard for the Nintendo Switch 2 version and having a regular version for the Nintendo Switch 1? Why not?
Is Pokecopia so if that's the does Pokecopia have a Switch 1 release?
No, but for example, Pac-Man Repacked, Pac-Man Adventure Repackaged, or I don't know, those does have a Nintendo Switch 1 version in the regular cartridge, and the Nintendo Switch 2 version is a game keycard.
But that would be up to Bandai to make that decision.
No, but I'm just saying that as an example.
Yeah, totally. I think like that doesn't make sense.
Like,
I think it's a poor
why not develop
decision
for the time being just red Switch 1 cartridges for those games that do not require that much power until the technology moves on and we can have like cheaper software.
But it's like it's weird because the outcry against these has been loud and rightfully so. I don't think because like the point at the end of the day is imagine a world where we go apocalyptic. Like in my head, like something so drastically changes in the world that the way we like have access to technology and the internet changes completely. Physical media will be yours forever. If licensing dies, copyright goes out, physical media is something, as long as it's not damaged, broken, or decaying, should work. Now, but we also live in the day where you replace your smartphone within every 5 years. So it's like technology isn't being built to last, it's being built for now. And so like that's kind of the compromise where like, yes, I can still plug in my Nintendo 64 and my cartridges still work. I don't know that I can say the same for my Switch games because like, you know, the technology that we're using is more for today than it is for
10 years.
A decade from now. So it's like I like that's like the big thing was like, you know, GameCube discs. I've been a heavy Nintendo collector for the last few years, and in the last couple of years, I've seen so many people talk about disc corrosion on GameCube games that it's not even funny. Those games won't run, and it's like realistically, GameCube games probably won't physically, literally be around in like 100 years. They'll just rot and decay. Just the world itself is just too harsh for my copy of The Wind Waker that got chewed up by a dog already to continue to exist. It's like, I just think, like, I think that's the problem. But, like, yeah, I really dislike the lack of respect for physical media. And, like, Sega is the worst for this right now. I'm actually quite sure that they just put the Yakuza games on Switch and did key cards again.
Yes.
And, like, I feel like everything I've seen Sega announce is coming to the Switch too. Key card.
Unless you get it from limited run games, which is already, you have to wait 8 months to get your game.
You have to wait 200 years and then they send you a beat up package.
Unless you...
Yeah, these are... That. Yeah, so they did Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, which was a game key card, and I think they just put out Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2, and those are also game key cards. Oh, no physical release of those. But, like... Yeah, everything Sega has put out in the last while is
Sonic
is
Crossworlds. It's also a game key card.
Oh yeah, Kiwami 2 on EB Games is a key card, or Kiwami 1, sorry. Yeah, that's oh here it is. Kiwami 2 also a key card. That's crazy. It's really disappointing. It's just like that direction for physical collecting isn't great. But then it's like we take 3 steps forwards and then we take 2 steps backwards. It's like, okay, Nintendo's like, yeah, we're producing physical music. That's awesome. You know, vinyl's been around forever. People have vinyls in their collection that are almost 100 years old. That's it's still great condition, right? Like that is a piece of physical media that will forever
be yours.
Receive,
yes,
be yours. You know, like that. As long as you take care of it, that thing won't go. And it's like. And gaming should, realistically, that should apply to gaming as well. Unfortunately, it just isn't always the case. And I fear for that now more than ever. You know, like your technology just one day might never boot up again. Those Game Boys, man, I'd be turning on my Game Boys and I'd be like...
It's about to go, yeah. Yeah, the Game Boys are on their last stand. Yeah.
I have a Game Boy. I have this Game Boy. Like, it fights to turn on. Like, it's like... Oh, it every time it turns on, I'm surprised it actually turned on. It feels like a struggle to turn on. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't disagree with the outrage, and I don't disagree why people are upset. But I also there is a point to this, and I just don't inherently agree with it. Like when I was talking about it, I'm just stating that this has been a thing. And Nintendo is just joining the bandwagon of doing a thing to save money. And it's not even Nintendo. It's actually just our third-party production companies. Like, it's our Segas, our Capcoms.
But if Pulcopia succeeds and sells well, I fear Nintendo's going to start doing it as well. For smaller games, not your Zeldas, not your Marios, not your Metroids.
No.
But Rhythm Heaven, Tomodachi Life, those are at risk of getting the game key card.
Totally. Especially for something like Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life is why I brought up those as examples. Is they're going to the Switch 1. I'm pretty sure they're both going to hit the Switch 1.
They're getting the Switch 1.
And they're also going to hit the Switch 2, right? So it's like, I don't know if there will be a Switch 2 version, though. There actually might just be a Switch 1 version. That's true. That's the other
thing.
Like
Mario Galaxy. Just what they did with Mario Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out with all the Switch 2 stuff, and they're like, yeah, it's just a Switch 1 game. So like they also might just do that. I would rather see Nintendo do that, and I'd rather see other companies do that than do key cards.
That's what other companies are doing, or some independent. I think Fandango, is that their name? The ones that do Undertale and Hollow Knight. Fangamer. Those are
They're pretty independent. Like they're about as independent as Limited Run. So
and I'm sure they are not doing game key cards. Limited Run also stated they are not going to do game key cards.
That would be ridiculous. That's like the whole purpose is to keep physical media alive. Yes, it takes them 800 years to produce a physical game, but you'll get it one day. Yeah. And it'll be physical.
So I think those are like going to be the last salvations per se for those type of games.
I think as long as we see Nintendo continue to produce first-party games on actual cartridges that exist, the data exists in the cartridge, then we're good. We don't have to worry about it. I think until that day changes where Nintendo starts producing games to the physical cartridge that aren't, it's a worry. It is a worry, though, because all the third-party companies are doing it so much, especially Sega. Like, I swear every time I see Sega, it's like, bro, key card. Key card. Or, like, a good example, too, is, like, Once Upon a Katamari came out full well knowing the Switch was out.
Mm-hmm.
Just a Switch 1 game.
Yeah.
Came out last month. Not even last month, like 10 days ago. It's like...
My only fear is that I really hope Pokopia is not the first step to the wrong direction for Nintendo.
I 100%. 100%. I'm with you there. And it might be... The game's not going to do well. Dude, it looks so bad.
It looks rough.
It doesn't look that good.
No.
It looks like they looked at Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, and went...
Yeah.
Now you've got the Pokemon IP doing it.
Mm-hmm. But anyways.
It's so funny.
I do have another topic. Do you want to talk about it? We've been going
absolutely.
for an hour and 20. This has been the longest episode yet, but we can continue going if you're up to it.
We've got stuff to talk about.
All right. I know you also have another topic that you want to touch on. But before that, really fast, we got the chance to experience the Kirby Air Riders demo. We actually played together.
Yes, we played it together.
It was really fun. I made a whole video about it. It was peak gaming. Honestly, I think...
I saw your video. It was good.
Thank you. I honestly think it is the best kart racing, if you want to call it kart racing, game of 2025. I think it's better than Mario Kart World. I haven't played Sonic Cross World Racing, but I think it's better.
I don't know. So like, we played it. I played a bunch of hours. I played even longer than you were around. I played a couple hours past that. I think I only played another hour, but I played like 5 or 6 hours of this demo, and it's good. But I played Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube a couple times.
Yeah,
it's the same video game. It plays a little bit. It's the same video game, and it's like okay, and that's not a problem. Because Mario Kart's the same. Mario Kart's no different than Double Dash. Mario Kart World feels better, and I think it obviously looks a ton better, and it's more stylized.
It's a good game.
It's really
it's a
pretty.
good game. I want to clarify
It's
that.
a great game.
Yeah.
It's a great kart racer. You can't go wrong with Mario Party. But do you know what you can't, or Mario Kart? But you know what you can go wrong with, and why I don't think Kirby is not going to be a day one pickup for me. And it's the first time in a really long time that I have not gotten a Nintendo game on day one. It's just and yes, the price isn't helping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just I'm not that excited to play it. I don't know how many people are going to get it. And Christmas is around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, the problem with this game is it's just you have friends over who don't play a lot of Nintendo games, might not even own a Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get them to play Kirby Air Ride? That's a good point. Is hard.
That's a good point.
It's difficult to learn how to play that game, and I think it's frustrating, and I think it can be a big turnoff to people. And then the other side, I played the race mode single player because it wasn't available to multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It took me not even a quarter of a lap, and I got the first, and then I just read straight.
Well, yeah, but you were playing against level 3
3
CPUs, like in Smash.
Yeah, totally. But I just think think about Mario Kart. If you're good at Mario Kart and you're holding first place, I just felt like there wasn't anything against me. And I definitely need to spend more time properly with the online. Like, I really hope that in the next global test ride, they let us do multiplayer races rather than city trial. City trial's fun. City trial's really chaotic, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just not like I feel like you'll get sick of it. There is more to that game than just that, and apparently there's a story mode and everything.
I'm excited for the story mode.
I didn't watch to be honest, I did not watch the second.
Oh, me neither. But I just watched the highlights. Yeah.
My biggest takeaway though is it's why it also leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Sakurai is I think one of the best game producers in the world.
Yes.
And he's made one of my favorite video games of all time, Kid Icarus Uprising. It will forever
Fantastic
be
game.
a game in my heart. Why are you making this and not Kid Icarus, bro? Why?
I know.
The Kirby IP does not need it right now.
No.
And it's like, it's like a part of the sour taste. I'm planning on getting it because I think I will play it. With friends, I will force my friends to learn, but it's just in my head. I'm like, as opposed to Mario Kart, where I even had friends play the new Mario Kart, and they were like, and so I know I'm gonna have friends who are gonna be like,
with Kirby being way more extreme with the drifting
Kirby,
and every machine actually working differently. Yeah, it's going to be hard. But for those who know it, online play is going to be so much fun.
Totally, I think it'll be a better online experience as opposed to Kirby, or as opposed to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's not going to be a day one, and it's the first time for me, really. It's just multiplayer games are not what I'm looking for right now, and I don't really want to sink my time into a multiplayer game when I've got a ton of games I don't pick up on. But I think the next game we're talking about, I think it's really be a real showstopper. I've been really excited about it since I first got to try it. I've played this game.
Oh, we're going to talk about Metroid Prime 4? Is that it?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Metroid Prime 4. So... little backstory, if you haven't seen my video or you're not aware of my content, before the Switch 2 released, I flew to Toronto and I got to play the Switch 2 early. And the only thing that isn't out in that video that I talk about is Metroid Prime 4, and it was my highlight. And the big reason was that it was my highlight was the use of the Joy-Cons as the mouse. That was unreal. Not only that, but they had it set up so it played in 120 frames per second. Wow.
Is that going to be a day one pickup?
It was pretty cool. And yeah, so since then, it's going to be a day one pickup. Also, very fortunately, the game does not require you to know anything else about the Metroid games. Local Metroid superfan Nintendo Cisco was informing me that Metroid Prime games are kind of just their own little spin-offs within the Metroid universe. Yes. And it's kind of like, these were Samus's adventures in her prime. She wasn't doing anything crazy. You know, she's just doing her best in her prime days. And so, like, that makes it really approachable for newcomers because I have actually only played and beaten Metroid Prime or Metroid Dread. That is the only other Metroid game I've played all the way to completion. I've dabbled in a bunch of the other games throughout the series.
Have you played Prime
Metroid
Remastered?
Dread no.
You should 100%.
I didn't even get it. I'm trying to get my hands on it, but I'm not trying to pay full price. I'm trying to get to trade for it or something.
You know that full price is like 40, right?
And it's not even that expensive. I know.
No, that's like top 5 Nintendo Switch 1 games.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
that means top 5 GameCube games.
Out of my collection, yeah. I don't have the first one,
That's
but
crazy.
it's a fantastic game. I think you're going to
I'm
really like
excited.
it. If you really enjoy 4, you're going to...
Yeah, I'll probably play it after 4. I'll probably get it anyways for the collection, but I definitely am going to play 4 first.
But you know what?
And I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. Like, I haven't been paying attention to the trailers, but man, I watched the last one they put out, and I was like, this game looks wicked. And like I've played it, and so like I know how it feels. It's fun. It's cool. Like Metroid isn't just like a shooter. It's like also like a puzzle. An
adventure.
Game.
Yeah,
it's an adventure puzzle. It's a lot like Zelda in a way.
In a way.
As opposed to like how the Metroid Prime games play, or the other Metroid games, the 2D Metroid are very different.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Nintendo Cisco the other day about Metroid as well. How the Nintendo Switch made me a Metroid fan. First with Metroid Dread, then I played Prime Remastered, and then I went back to Super Metroid. Then I started playing a little bit of the Game Boy games. I got Metroid Prime 2, 3, and Other M. I haven't played those yet. And right now, I'm not really that surprised on the mouse controls on the Metroid Prime 4, because do you know that there's a Metroid Prime game for your Nintendo DS that actually uses mouse controls that me and Nintendo Cisco are doing a video on releasing on the last Sunday of this month before the release of Metroid Prime 4?
I did not know that.
That uses,
did you know?
That
I'm
uses
looking forward.
Mouse controls?
Oh, this is the DS Prime Hunters, right?
Yeah, Metroid Prime Hunters. Yes.
What?
Just a little plug-in there.
But what's crazy is you're holding. So like, what made it so good is one hand, you're turning the camera, and the left hand, you're pointing and shit, and you're moving, and it's like, that's way better than using a keyboard and a mouse because you have to use WASD. Like you don't get as much like precise movement, whereas like now you have a joystick. I think it's the time that they port Kid Icarus Uprising. You don't even have to change the controls. It is perfect. Just port Kid Icarus Uprising.
You can move with the D-pad and aim with one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like
basically the same thing. No, and oh man, I actually did a video about Kid Icarus coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 as well with mouse controls. Funny you mentioned it.
I just think I think it's it's time to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4. I think it'll be really good. They're cool games. The music's fun. It's pretty. The game looks pretty. That's the other thing. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
This is a game that has been in development for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 10 years. 9 years.
9 years.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's went through development hell. So I think we'll have a really good game on the other side. They've clearly, they've stepped back and they've come in to make a game that they're really happy with, I hope.
I'm sure.
And hopefully they're not just putting it out. Nintendo the marketing on this game is a little low.
Yeah, they're advertising Pokemon Pokopia more than Metro Prime 4.
I'm definitely not seeing that, but definitely I feel like the marketing for Metroid Prime 4 is definitely weaker as opposed to something like Air Ride. I got a TV commercial for Air Ride.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a Nintendo commercial on TV in a long time.
Have you seen Nintendo commercials on the cinema? I have. It's crazy.
I don't know that I have. I can't think.
They started doing that recently. It's crazy.
But yeah, as long as they don't make AI commercials, I'll be fine.
Oh, Nintendo's not Coca-Cola.
Anything else you want to cover?
I am good. We actually covered all the topics I have for this podcast. Actually, I feel good. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm all good.
Alrighty.
We could talk forever, but
well, thank you so much for being here. Where can we find you? Which are your social media?
You can find me on YouTube at Linkachu. But if you're interested in what I do for the rest of the year, you can find me on Instagram at OddJobsMedia, where I've been, as much as I am a YouTuber and content creator, my main priority these days is filmmaking and photography. So you'll see more of my work there. But my plans with YouTube are to create higher scale content. So if you're waiting to see the next Linkachu video, you can find a great video in my trip to Toronto and my experience with the Switch 2. As long as you pretend you're in the mindset of April 2024, then we're good. Or 2025.
2025. It was this year. Yeah. Everything will be linked in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening in Spotify, go to YouTube and you will find it there in the description. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun talking about Nintendo games because I love that.
It was a lot of fun, and I would love to have you in another episode soon, if that's okay with you. Maybe in a few more episodes. Love having you here. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
And that was episode 4 of the DAGG Podcast. See ya. Bye.
Bye.